Hey guys, it's Eric here and this is my unboxing and quick review of the TECNO Camon 12 Pro. The box looks nothing like the dark themed ones from any of its predecessors. You have some of the specs around the side. When you open it up, you're greeted with an envelope that holds the warranty card, a user manual. You can see all the 4G LTE bands that it supports, including Glo 4G band 28, a Google Assistant note, a textured TPU case with Manchester City FC logo embossed, and here you have the smartphone. Let's go ahead and peel out the sticker on the back and on the front. You have to be careful with this one because it has a screen protector pre-applied. You would want to follow the directions. This color looks very much like the Lapland Aurora of the Phantom 9. Let's power it on and see what else we have in the box. On the bottom compartment, you have a standard 10 watts charger, a micro USB cable, and a pair of earphones. We didn't get a SIM ejector in this box because this isn't the retail version that you get in the store. I do like the textured case, it feels very nice and grippy. On the front you have a 6.4-inch HD Plus AMOLED display with 19.5:9 aspect ratio. On top of that display, you have a dot notch that houses a 32-megapixel camera with dual flash and earpiece. On the back, you have a 16-megapixel main shooter, an 8-megapixel for depth sensing, and a 2-megapixel ultra-wide lens with quad flash. On the left, you have a dedicated Google Assistant button and a 3-in-1 tray that houses two 4G LTE nano SIMs and an SD card. On the right, you have a power button and volume rocker. On the top, you have nothing. On the bottom, you have a 3.5mm headphone jack, a microphone, a micro USB port, and a speaker. The Camon 12 Pro's back and frame are made from a shiny polycarbonate material that makes it look quite premium. It is pretty light in the hand. This year, the Camon series looks nearly identical to the Phantom. I found myself checking for labels and orange button quite often to distinguish them. The dimensions are so close in all aspects, so much that when I put the case of the Phantom 9 on the Camon 12 Pro, it was almost a perfect fit, and vice versa. Coming from the Camon 11 Pro from last year, we have a full 2019 facelift, from the triple camera setup to the fingerprint sensor that has been moved underneath the display. It's thinner and it does have small bezels and chin compared to the Camon 11 Pro. You can easily tell them apart by their notches, and sure, you can hide the notch. The AMOLED display has finally made its way to the Camon series this year. It is a HD Plus display, so you get to consume content capped at 720p. When compared side by side with the Phantom 9's Full HD AMOLED display, you have to close in on both to see a difference in sharpness. I like the fact that it is well saturated and shows truer to life colors. The display is bright outdoors, is responsive to type on, and has great viewing angles. You get eye care, reading mode, etc. In the settings, we see that it comes with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, and you have 54 gigs available to use. It runs on Android 9 Pie with the latest HiOS version 5.5 slapped on top of it. In the quick settings, you get all the familiar utility tools. In the app drawer, you get a whole lot of bloatware, and if that's not your cup of tea, at least you can install them. Navigation settings are here, all 6 options including swipe gestures. A smart panel for quick shortcuts is on by default, but you can turn it off. What you cannot do is turn off or remap the Google Assistant button. About performance, the processor powering this guy is the Helio P22 octa-core CPU clocked at 2.0 GHz, same one on the Camon 11 Pro. I'll be doing a speed test and RAM management test on both to see if software optimization makes all the difference on this guy's performance. The under-display fingerprint sensor works like the Phantom 9's, where it lights up the portion your finger presses when you pick it up. It unlocks surprisingly faster than the Phantom 9. The face unlock is fast too, it skips all the animations. Here's what the speaker sounds like side by side the Phantom 9. When it comes to gaming, as usual, I played PUBG on default settings, which on this guy is smooth graphics and medium frame rates. If you're playing with these settings, you will not encounter much lag. I'll be doing a separate gaming review video to show you what to expect from games like PES 19 and Asphalt 9. If you have more suggestions on games to test, do let me know in the comments. About battery life, I got through a full day of use with mostly social media apps. I took a few photos and light gaming all on Wi-Fi. This gave me about 12 hours of screen on time at the end of the day with about 7% left to spare. I consider this very impressive for average use, and the 3500 mAh battery capacity is smaller than the Camon 11 Pros, but it is more battery friendly on this guy. It took me 1 hour and 59 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%, which is pretty average by 2019 standard for a battery of this size. The Camon series has always been a camera-centric budget smartphone, and this year the triple camera setup seems to be identical to that of the Phantom 9, but just to be sure, I'll be comparing them side by side in the near future, so be on the lookout for that video. You get lots of AR graffiti on this one, and for those who are into it, they'll go crazy. Here are some of the photos I took. You get decent wide-angle shots, a good dynamic range, and macro shots too. It shoots videos in 1080p. The TECNO Camon 12 Pro may have set a new budget price record for phones with under-display fingerprint sensors. For the Camon series to pack the same camera specs as the Phantom, it can only mean that the selfie and mobile photography enthusiasts get more value for money on this guy. That will make the Camon 12 Pro the new budget phone camera to beat. See my pinned comment for the price. As at this point of making this video, the price hasn't been announced, but I predict it will be well under the Phantom 9's price point. So TECNO graciously sent me a bunch of exclusive accessories. These will all be available for purchase in TECNO's first flagship store, Ikeja City Mall, in Nigeria, coming soon, but you can win one of these by sharing my video link on Twitter. Be sure to CC me while telling me why you love one of these TECNO accessories. So this here is a fast 15-watt car charger. This earpiece comes in this tiny carry case. Each ear kind of looks chunky. You get a mouthpiece with controls, extra buds, and a clip. Next, we have a travel charger with 2 outlets, a 12-watt output in each one, and a USB cable. You get a Bluetooth speaker. It feels very solid, good matte plastic body, nice clicky buttons, mesh fabric protection, and a cloth handle. You get a subwoofer underneath, and it is compatible with microSD card and flash drive. Next, we have a smartwatch, compatible with iOS and Android smartphones, smoky black metal body. We have a charger and instructions in here too. For some reason, I think this will be everyone's favorite, maybe. Last but not least, we have wireless headphones. It comes with an aux cord, is SD card compliant, has FM radio, is adjustable to fit your big head. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share it. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram to see what I'm up to. Please subscribe for more videos like this, as it will mean a lot to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.